A very pleasant good evening and welcome to the Pittsburgh Curling Club in Stowe Township, Pennsylvania. It's the 500 World Championship, the inaugural invitational event. It's now the quarterfinals. 16 teams have started. We're down to 8 now after the conclusion of pool play. And our feature game here has Team Binish from Milwaukee versus Team Shaw from Canada. Take a look at our lineups here for Team Shaw, who will be throwing first. John Shaw is the skip, Brian Anderson the vice, Jeanette Wood the second, and Jennifer Faria is the lead. For Team Binish, it's Austin Binish the skip, Charles Zingsheim the vice, Kevin Schultz is the second, and Carl Haynes is the lead. It is Team Binish with hammer. They are throwing the red stones here in the first end of play, and we are underway. And I am joined by your friend and ours, the Sultan of the Sheets.
I thought there was going to be more than that.
The diamond of the draw.
There has to be 3. The diamond of the draw.
And the Sultan of Sweep. That's 2 Sultans.
I was waiting for it.
The Raja of the Rocks.
Like it. The Raja
The Raja of the Rocks.
of the Rocks.
The Baron of the Bathroom. The Prince of Pebble.
The Prince of Pebble. I like it. Save.
And the Brigadier General of Burning Rocks. Carson Turner. Hello, Carson.
Hello, everybody. We need the applause button. I don't know how I follow that up.
So we're happy to have you guys here with us for this game. So this is Jeanette Wood on the delivery. Both teams playing into the house here, looking to get a feeling here in the quarterfinal. Now it is direct elimination from here on out. Team Binish went 3-0 in their pool, and one of their pool games was actually against Team Shaw, where they defeated them. So we have a rematch right here in the quarterfinals. So both teams have seen each other before, and presumably with a border shared between the two countries and then both being relatively newer and experienced, they probably haven't seen each other before. So Jeanette, the second one for her, looking to make this hit in the wings. Nice downweight shot. Jeanette makes her living as a realtor. Been a realtor for 20 years. Has a lot of waterfront property. And now here is the inspiration for this team's jerseys, Kevin Schultz. Kevin Schultz is sporting a big red beard, so they have absconded with the Philadelphia Flyers mascot Gritty to be their team spirit animal.
Did I hear abscond?
Yes, you did, Sir Prince of Pebble.
Abscond. All right, I was over here fiddling with the computer. I am paying attention now, though.
Well, now here's Brian Anderson. All these curlers on Team Shaw are from the Lakefield Curling Club. They know they have a lot of people tuning in, so feel free to hop on in the chat. We'd love to see you guys join the conversation. And if by chance you're not 100% familiar with curling, we'll try to explain some things for you along the way. Both teams still trading hits here. So Lakefield, Ontario, Carson, is about 2 hours northeast of Toronto. And
Alrighty.
This one is just a little bit outside by Zingsheim. And now the force can be on with a rock thrown in the house in the right spot. Other teams that are competing in our quarterfinals. On sheet A, we have Blythen versus Johnson. On sheet C, we have Doyen versus Muirs. And on sheet D, we have Rose versus Pinule. All these teams have survived their round-robin matchups, and it's been a lot of good play so far this weekend, Carson.
Very good play. We called a game this morning that was back and forth. Games within games. Very, very good. High-level competition so far this weekend.
So you see there, they are line two, just biters in the front and back of the rings.
Sweepers are on, off. Now they're on. That line is getting super tight. Very close.
Can they sneak it by? Yes, they can. Now, it has weight. How far deep will it go? It's going to come all the way to the backing, and it is probably the at very best second shot, but likely third. Welcome to Brad Anderson in the chat. He says, whoop, whoop, go Team Shaw.
What was that again? A whoop whoop.
You only get it once. I'm sorry, buddy. Good try, Carson.
Ah.
So here's John Shaw. We shared some fun facts before the game, and I'll make sure I intersperse them and see how much the folks at home are actually paying attention. So he's going to look to duck in underneath this cover here. His first of two on the way.
A little tight out of his hand. Sweepers are on it hard.
It's going to have to go. It's already lost the line. It's going to be all over the guard. The question is, can they get it there enough? They might be able to raise it on for shot. And they do, so they do sit one. Take a look there at the...
At least one.
At least one, possibly two. I'd say there might be two.
I think I'd call it a 2, but from a terrible vantage point.
And Zach Wise is rooting Team Pinyu on. We called one of their games last night.
Afterwards, they told us we had some fans, new fans in Quebec. So we appreciate that.
Absolutely. Merci beaucoup. So now Austin Binish with his first of 2.
Plenty of weight.
It's on its way down. Just want to make sure you don't jam. You want to hang on. You might be able to slide under cover, hit and bury it.
Ooh.
That's a well-thrown stone there by Austin Biddish. Very nice indeed. Now, what does Team Shaw do with that?
I kind of like trying to draw on top of it. A tap's not really going to do us any good because it's going to pop out. Right, if we bump it, it's going to go. I could try the short run, but it jams a lot. Yeah, a lot. I think we really have a freeze. Nah, I don't think so. I was kind of thinking maybe coming around the other way, but no. I think we should just try to corner freeze it.
So there you hear John Shaw calling himself the toughest shot in curling. A freeze.
After perhaps the second most difficult in curling was made on the previous shot.
You might be the lieutenant of Leeds, but you certainly are not hooked on phonics there, Captain.
The lieutenant of Leeds. Now you're just playing to the
Yes, I am.
to the peanut gallery behind us.
I don't even think they heard me, buddy.
Oh, there was a laugh.
This one is a touch light, a touch narrow. Not going to get there. So with that, it's going to be an open draw for 2. Oops, sorry.
No, you're good.
Just needs to get full 12. Austin Binish, he has one in his pocket. It'll be Haynes and Zingsheim on the brush. Final stone of the first end.
Watch the line, it's cutting.
The line looks pretty
Good
good.
job,
The
guys.
weight looks pretty good. The brooms go in the air, and you can hang 2 for the skipper there. Austin Binish takes a 2-0 lead in the first end. We'll be back. Back here in Pittsburgh, second end action at the 500 World Championship. Two 2-0 lead for Austin Binish there. And Carson, do you feel like John Shaw gave himself too much of a difficult shot there in the first end?
I have to think back about what Mr. Shaw gave himself.
The corner freeze.
The old corner freeze. I don't know what else you do.
He could have played the short run.
I mean, not that the corner freeze isn't incredibly difficult, but, risk-reward proposition there.
So this is Jennifer Faria with it coming on down.
Two shots that might be a little big. Perhaps the ice is getting a little quick.
It sails down to the back of the 4-foot. Here's a takeout on the way from Carl Haynes. They make that hit. It does roll clear. It's Team Binish. Line one.
Now we'll look to trade hits. No. Coming out for a corner guard. Still sliding, but turns out to be a perfect, said corner guard. The follow-up call is to guard Shot Rock.
No, we have better cameras and this would be so the the gold stays there.
Looks a tad big and could wind up
It can be unsafe. Doesn't bother me.
with a double opportunity for yellow. That's why they swept it and took it deep into the house to try to get some separation.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, we can't really commentate on name. So semis are you going to commentate on all? Well, semis, we would like to have a semi game on C.
So now the hit and roll with a secondary goal of getting rid of the back one as well. Curling up nice. They would love it to flop over. It just misses the back one, but the primary goal was accomplished there.
AC's Team Binish line the one. Now here's Kevin Schultz. Kevin Schultz, over the Halloween holidays, runs a haunted house for nonprofits called Terror on Rural Street.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It is.
We will have to learn more about that after this match.
The draw comes to the top of the 8-foot. They lie 1-2. Jeanette Ward being picked up right away by Jennifer Faria. So they got to hurry. I agree, they do have to hurry. On the way down, Are they going to get anything? They're going to get the one in the back, and that's all. Still Team Binish line the one.
Interesting. Says he doesn't mind a little tap instead of the guard.
Yeah. Just give me T.
So you hear the call there, calling T-line weight, just a little tap. He's going to slide, slippery slide to the tap, the tippity tap.
T-line with that broom, I think, kicks that red over maybe a little more under the yellow. That appears to be exactly what is about to happen.
Can they get that split on? You need to get some separation so you don't leave a double. Well, you probably did take a look at those angles, Carson. What do you think?
I think I'd rather just hit and sit on top than try the double. So just a forward weight.
I'll tell you what John Shaw thinks about it.
Yeah, and you have opportunity to sweep one direction or another, a little heavy, a little light, and catch that double, or at least kick the back one.
Shit, wrong.
Well, that might be a little bit offline.
Never fails.
I want to hit this one.
Can he come over and just catch
Oh.
that one?
And it just tucks it under cover. That's a little bit unfortunate there. Team Binish line 1 and 2.
Slightly improved Red's position there.
So you see, likes having it in the top 8. Stone on the way from Zingsheim. Sounds like he'd be a good duet song. I got Zingsheim on a cloudy day.
Zingshine sounds like a product. Get you some Zingshine.
A little dab will do you.
Brought to you by Zingshine. Zingshine, a little dab will do ya.
Little dab will do ya, Zingsheim.
That last rock was 15-1, my friend.
15-1 to the top of the 8-foot, and it is set up pretty good in Red's favor right now. So now, Brian Anderson with a southpaw delivery. This one's going to have to curl. They're going for the double takeout here.
This could be real good.
Got to
If
be
it kicks
on the
over,
one, get a crossover. Do you get the second one, clear it out? Yes, you do. That's your double, and you lie shot undercover. Great shot for Brian Anderson.
very nice. Yeah, that roll was perfect.
Play right? Okay. Think here. Yeah, normal. I mean, really just like on the B. I mean, even little inside of it, right? Think play the run. Normal.
So normal weight, for most people around here, that's about a 9.5 second hog-to-hog split. Austin Binish with his first to 2 here in the second end. Looking for the short run. This is already over curling. Gonna have to find a way to massage this into a good shot. Can you get a little redirect off the high guard? You might be able to. You do catch the one in the back. get through the hole. Not exactly what your plan was, but not a bad outcome for sure. They do lie too.
Don't hate it, as they say.
I don't hate it.
That way. You don't think I can get to the face?
He's thinking if he can make the
I'll have a look.
easy takeout around the outside.
Round the outside.
Around the
round
outside.
outside.
Or I mean, I can't.
A little
hit
slow.
the hole that-
It's been a long day.
Even just a draw, like back four.
I mean the double's there.
I mean, you are the pioneer of peel weight.
I need more than that.
It's
I
there,
think.
baby. I would not give you that it would be the smartest shot on the ice right this moment,
Looking for
but
back
it
four weight
is
here.
possible.
The main thing is to get to the inside of that stone.
So there's your window into John's mind there.
Like a three.
So here's John Shaw with his first. This is really close. We're on and off. Now we're going to try to curl it over just a touch. We're there. You make contact.
Just
He just knows. And he moved to a decent spot. Good shot by John Shaw.
Yeah. If we ever crash, we just got to tick and roll, right? Yeah. I think edge of the G. Yeah. I mean, if we said open, right?
So there you go. He's looking
We're
to
one
throw
by
a
a hair.
little.
A couple of hairs. Danger underneath the 4 foot. Got to be in the 8 foot.
that was about to be my question: is who is shot at the moment?
They say it is them by a hair, so they're putting it the broom right there in the G and K&J Magnetics. Your source for the world's strongest magnets. They do have some fine magnets, Carson.
Strong for sure. They're holding up basically half this curling club.
Over 2, right?
He's coming back to talk about.
You just want to split? Okay. Give me.
Ooh, so maybe
Yeah, that.
they're one.
Yeah. Got to be 8 foot.
Okay, so he's drawing the other way.
Yeah, pretty much. On the bottom of the magnet. The only thing you do is we can try to play a
Well,
split on our
this-
red. Pop it back up that cover a bit, but feels like we're getting real cute. Could also just come hit theirs, but I don't know if it's worth it. But no.
So basically, he
Wade.
wants to lie too to make sure the force is on here. A lot of conversation about this shot.
I mean, that tells me they're pretty dead set. They're one right now.
And we are getting that sound. The skips are wearing mics. I'll just do it that way. This one needs to settle on down, needs to slow down. Will it stick? Will it stick? No, it won't. So now, that one goes just a skosh too deep, but this is not as easy as it looks, Carson.
Yeah.
Because if it is red by a couple hairs, you just can't draw for it.
All right. See you later.
On what your
See you later.
depends on what your goal is, I suppose.
See you later. Just drawing
I guess
for-
he's just drawing for one here.
Yeah, troll. Unless again, they believe they are one.
We might be seeing a measurement upcoming. As I turn back to one of our officials. Final stone of the second end on the way. This needs to be in the 8 foot to be sure for one. Don't ever want to touch areas and make it theirs for sure. Okay, so you got that one, no
It's a
problem.
beauty.
It's one, and
Rocks
certainly it's just one.
Rocks are kicked. It's one.
So it's a draw for a single point. 2-1 in favor of Binish. He'll have the hammer when we return. So we're back here. It's the third end of action. Quarterfinals. 500 World Championship here from the Pittsburgh Curling Club. Center guard went up. Corner guard went up for Binish. Now the center guard on the way for Shaw. It is Team Binish with the hammer. I will fix that. And for those of you who may have listened to some of my broadcasts in the Bucks County Curling Club, we play this game with Carson the same way that we do with Mark O'Donnell.
Oh, good. Here we go.
It's an at-home game, and you tried to count those sounds that you just heard. And
Maybe they didn't hear the sound. It was well concealed.
oh, they heard the sound. You count those sounds, and then at the end of the day, you can put it in the chat to see how many beers that my partner has consumed, and you'll receive 473 Pittsburgh Curling Club bonus points.
Which gets you,
Nothing.
is there a dollar value of Pittsburgh Curling Club points?
Well, I will have to check the Wall Street Journal to get the exact conversion ratio.
The current exchange rates?
Yeah, you have to watch. It fluctuates as. You see, Binish has one all the way out there in the wings. Shaw content to throw another draw in. I think that's way outside. It's going to settle down to be a draw, I do believe.
Still gliding. It does stick around.
So looking for that center guard to go away with a one-stone lead. Here's Kevin Schultz. They picked that up right out of his hand. Now they're happy. Gonna make the peel. Clear that out over the top of everything. Good shot.
Well done. Text coming in from last night's announcer. Shout out to Aaron McManus on the broadcast. Hello, Aaron. Watching from somewhere in Ohio at the moment.
I don't know where in Ohio they are, but I'm going to wager it's flat.
It's a good bet. And cold.
And cold. It is cold, and we see that hit made there, and Schultz is going to come after this one, and we may be on our way to a blank end on this hard right out of the hand. Going to pick it off, no problem. Make that hit. We're going to spill out of the rings. Shaw's going to try to make sure of that. Ew. And that is just a little nibbler there. It's a fob.
A fob.
A fob, yes. It's an outside biter. And there's another letter of that acronym.
All right. I have to think about that one for a second.
The dean of the dictionary, Carson Turner.
Oh, man.
Oh. Just a bit inside, and that does flashes off the hand of Anderson. Opportunity knocks for Team Binish. Can they suck another one in? Charles Zingshine. Zingshine just got engaged. So congratulations, I guess.
Depends on your perspective.
I'm assuming yes. I'm going to go with congratulations. Usually excited for that.
Some people are. He is, interestingly, out of town shortly after said engagement.
Well, I figure as he set the hook, he can leave it on the line for a little bit.
Right.
This one, he rolled over. The question is it going to settle in?
It just got right off. It said, let's try to keep it in the rings.
Brushers are standing straight up, and that's never good. And Shaw is going to be able to escort this one right to the garage.
Couple of misses in a row leaves the situation exactly as it was 2 rocks ago. It's an outside biter with
Ink outside biter.
breaking up a little bit.
I did break up a little bit there. Sorry, I had a little frog in my throat. I apologized to Miss Piggy and gave her Kermit back.
Be here all week, folks. He'll
Make
be
sure
here
you tip your waiters and waitresses. It's really funny when they fall over.
all week.
So here's Zingsheim, because after that one sailed through, we're back on the express train to a blank end. That's going to pop and peel.
Thought that hanger on the side might come into play there for a moment, but no.
So now here's John Shaw is going to make his way down the ice. John Shaw, a member of that Lakefield Curling Club. He's a noted moose hunter.
Best steak I've ever had in my entire life was moose steak.
Absolutely. Goes on multiple expeditions per year. Big fan of the moose. You know why he's a big fan of the moose?
I bet you're going to tell me.
Because he's a vegetarian.
Dun dun ba-dum bum.
No, they hadn't provided us any fun facts, and I said, I'll just make them up. And I said, well, you're an accomplished moose hunter, aren't you? He said, well, that's funny because I'm a vegetarian.
Well, it doesn't mean you can't hunt moose.
It really does, though, because they don't waste things. You'd have to have a moose. You realize how big a moose is? You have to have a lot of people lined up to take that meat.
Just the logistics alone.
Absolutely. I mean, a moose is a lot of meat.
Well, now there's a moose conversation about the warm room.
Absolutely. Let's keep on talking about moose. I mean, a moose has been known to foil many a KGB agent.
That was a joke bomb. It took a second to land.
Austin Binish. His first of two. Looking to make the hit and stick here.
Well, that's got to come over a little bit.
It's coming over. You don't want to lose it now.
Oh, yeah. Boy, they
Got
were pushing that the
contact.
whole way, too.
Will it hold on the outside? It is indeed a fob, Carson.
Yes, just what they wanted. That's why they were pushing it the whole way. They needed a fob. They had to have a fob.
All about the fobs. So John Shaw, decided friend of moose everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't even do it there. His final of the third.
When Dave makes himself laugh, he amuses himself.
Can't lose it. Love to stick it right there. And he leaves a fob in return.
Yeah, so, you know, the more fobbish that fob gets, the more intimidating it is to look at anyway. So a hit and stick here is not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, but he'd really prefer to blanket
That would be the goal.
and carry the hammer forward. So Austin Binish, final stone, the third end. They're on it. Got a sweet part if they're ever going to get that blank. Get the one and you get the roll out. The blank is in the books. So it remains 2-1. Binish will have the hammer in the fourth when we come back from Pittsburgh in just a moment. Welcome back. It's the fourth end from the 5 and Under World Championships at the Pittsburgh Curling Club. Quarterfinal action here on Sheet B, our feature game between Austin Binish and John Shaw. It is Binish holding a 2-1 lead, has the hammer here in the fourth end. Take a look around the rings right now over on Sheet D. It is Team Rose with a 2-0 lead over Team Pinot. Team Myers on Sheet C holds a 3-0 lead over Team Doyen. And Team Blyven holds a 4-2 lead over Team Johnson on Sheet A. That gets you all caught up around the rings. I'm Dave Schmel. I'm joined by the Emperor of the Extra End, Carson Turner.
I like that one. I like that one a lot. That's a nice little shot there. Rolled over, biting, corner. That looks to be a bit wide. Really needs to come back to have a chance, and I think it's a goner. It just ticks it in.
It did just tick it in, and we see how it comes on over, right on between on the J of K&J Magnetics. Austin Binish is going to just play the split here. Some of our friends up north call this setting up the junior deuce. Go and split the house. Now, at your higher levels of curling, it's a little bit too early to split the house because it's tough to hold it for that long. But more often than not at the 500 level, if you can set this up, it's going to hold. You just have to make it.
Yep. When your typical Wednesday night league, you split the house here, it's 2.
Now they are going to attempt at least to hit and roll over towards it.
They'll probably get several shots at that.
Well, Jeanette Ward, here's her first attempt at it.
May not need several attempts.
Oh, gonna need more than one. Might need more than 2 because this one is going to slide.
Will it get a piece?
It just touches it and moves it on over.
Move it on over.
That's Team Binish, line 2.
Move it on over.
It's moving on up to the east side to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
There is a moving on over song.
That's true. Well,
I'm
here
sure.
comes Kevin Schultz. I can confidently say nobody on Team Binish was alive when the Jeffersons was in production.
Oh, man. That just means we're old.
Yes.
Boy, that's got to stick around.
It's going to just slide out the back. Just a skosh too heavy. So now another attempt upcoming. It's got it lined up. We'll listen to the line calls.
Line looks good. It's running straight. Yep.
Gotta come back.
Hard,
Here it comes.
hard. Oh, man.
Waited just a skosh too long.
Go, Jeanette.
Well, it just didn't have the weight.
It was a little light too. You see, as it says there, just going to line back to hit it and return.
Yep.
Oh.
That was just a bit inside. Gotta get the one lucky to slide underneath their own. Sounds just one in the house for Team Binish. bring you real curling all the time. This is real curling, folks.
Well, the truth is there was a little disappointment there from the skip, but it's a little fatigue. I mean, you're just missing by a millimeter here, a millimeter there, and he's just thinking, we need to catch a break.
Well, that hit is made, so now we're going to be on the hit parade. It's going to be up to Zingshine.
I think this game can wear on you, too. You get in these hit games back and forth, and there's never 2 or 3 points on the board, and it just wears you down.
Well, you played with me
always
before,
Kyle.
Carson. It's not the game I look to play.
Definitely not.
You're good.
And that one is just a little bit outside.
Before it was too late. Good call.
Now here's Anderson.
Curl if you can. Curl if you
Want to
can.
make it curl.
Gotta be T-line. Hard. Just curl. Just curl.
Weight looks pretty good. Gotta go.
Weight does look pretty good indeed. Here it comes.
Beauty.
Absolutely nice. It's going to settle on down. That's a very tough angle for a double.
It's the exact double they attempted before.
So here's Zingsheim.
Kyle. Wait, line.
Don't think you need to curl. It's already there. Really close. You're going to be on the first one. Get across the second one. No, you just touch it. You let it curl just a touch too much. It was there, buddy.
Just a little thick, yeah.
Like I like my cheese. It's a little thick.
Sure.
I was going to say deli meat, but you know I'm a vegetarian.
Steak.
I don't like steak.
You're tofu.
No. I'm not a millennial.
Give me a little tofu, extra thick. A little thick.
Looking to even up the house here.
So that winds up top 8 and gives Red another look at that exact same double. Third time they've looked at it this end. They know the line, they know the weight. It all comes down to execution on this one. Dave's busy answering some chat questions. If you have any questions, type them in. We're here. We're answering questions. As the double attempt is on the way up the center line. Sweeping it for line, trying to hold it. Is he going to catch it a little thick again? Yes, it's just nose. And that leaves yellow sitting one. Oh, sorry, hang on here, Dave. So just the hit back here to lie 2. Looks like a little came off of that, but it has enough room. Solid nose hit to sit up 2.
Sorry about that, Crystal. It's been a long day. We were here scraping the ice at about 7 o'clock this morning. It's a little bit later than that now. We are an all-volunteer curling club here in Pittsburgh.
We're in a building with no windows. We haven't seen the sun. Not that there would be any sun to see, but we missed that whole part of the day. Skipstone on the way, trying to take out the red or the yellow in the 8-foot. Nose or anything inside it becomes shot stone, and even a little outside becomes shot stone. 1 red.
So it's a score 1. It's a 4th end break. We'll be back in 5 minutes from Pittsburgh.
After this.
We are back in action after the break. And we've got a red rock in the back 8 and a yellow rock currently settling in to about the top 8. So we've got a red rock on the way that has become a hit and a roll. The roll was a little big, but perfectly fine as it settles about T-line in the 8-foot. And so we got 2 reds set up in the 8-foot surrounding the button. Trying to get that draw weight down coming this way. A lot of rocks have been big, and that one is no exception as it trickles back to back 8-12 or so. Red's still counting 2.
The captain of the call on the play-by-play, Carson Turner.
The captain of the call. I feel like the, in a baseball game when the color guy has, or the play-by-play guy has stepped away to the bathroom and they come back from break and the color guy goes, and now there is a batter batting. I can hold it down for short periods of time, Dave.
That movie Major League where Bob Uecker steps out for a second, Harry Doherty here. It flips it over to the color guy. He just goes, hit. Home run.
This is what is happening in this game.
So right now what's happening, we have 3 Red Rocks in the rings and Jeanette Wood. Brings it on in, trying to nestle on down to those 2 in the back. If you freeze on, it's a really nice shot. Just a little bit short of his shot stone. Austin Binish is going to come after it. Here's Schultz on the takeout attempt.
Coming at it from that direction, it would seem to me you would have to throw an absolute missile.
Whoa.
Or else you jam. But I guess
That
you
had
don't jam.
Smuckers written all over it.
Not quite a jam, but things go away.
And that's how the house looks right now. It is 1 stone for Binish. Second shot in the back, and you see John Shaw's going to call Jeanette to throw the draw. This one, the line is pretty good. It's going to be all about the weight.
Straight. Hard.
Does look like it's crashing.
Hard, guys.
Maybe even on the other side of the rock.
Yeah, stone was really, really light on handle there, Carson.
I would know nothing about that. As someone that throws 2 rotations down the ice and wonders why it curls 9 feet.
2. You're up to 2.
I'm up to 2. Depends.
So here's Zingsheim looking for the takeout on the one in the back because it is still red line shot. Schultz is going to try to make it bend over and walk over just a touch. He's going to hit and spill. It's going to be red line 1. So now, interesting decision here for Shaw. Taking a look at the overhead, you see that they could make a play on the Red Rock. Take a look into his mind.
They're just going to blast everything.
True.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Back 8.
But
Yep.
Okay, so back 8. This would indicate he's just trying to get on down to it and jostle the rocks a little bit.
spoke a little bit earlier in the earlier broadcast about the Dave Schmel jostle and the universal symbol that goes with it.
Yes. Just imagine that you were holding one of those little bags of onions. Those red bags of onion that onions come in.
Yeah, like a mesh plastic
like
bag,
the mesh bag, and if you
with
just
like
go-
garlic.
Right, and if you could you can kind of reach underneath and just kind of jostle them around.
You just got to jostle a
They're
little bit.
still in the bag, but
Gently.
just jostle them around.
Yeah.
Yeah, little jostle.
That's the symbol.
Yes.
Yeah, I've played with Dave skipping for me several times, and every now and then you get the jostle symbol.
I did have to figure out how to make that one safe for TV. So here's Zingsheim. He's looking to split the rings.
Looks
This
a
needs to
little
find
big.
some breaks. It's a little big. It's going to slide to the 8 and to the 12.
Well, that's been the miss this game. I would say most of the misses have been a little big. Have to get some times on this.
Well, I like keeping this around though.
I'd agree. Use
I don't know
that
if
at the
you can do
end.
both. Yeah, let's go, Hack.
So this looks like, uh-oh.
Looks good.
It's on the way.
Straight of it, straight. Hard.
Trying to get on there, trying to get that little jostle. Here is the jostle attempt. And they are somewhat jostled.
I was going to apologize for losing audio there for a moment.
I think
We're
they
back.
heard us the whole time. We just didn't hear ourselves.
Nah.
So looking to remove the stone here that is shot is Austin Binish. Kevin Gritty Schultz holding the broom. Takeouts on the way. Pretty firm weight. On it hard now. Gotta hold it. Don't want to jam your own out. Gonna catch it through the hole, split the house, roll over. And that is beautiful, and you lie. 1, 2, and 3.
All right. Oh, still like that kind of shot. They're really finishing hard. Your last one. I just got to try to get over here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, put a little bit more weight on it, like a board.
So you hear that. John Shaw's going to try to put a little bit more weight forward. The last shot was hack. This is his first of two. It is on the way. On this one, hard to hold the line. J&J are trying to hold it. They did an excellent job of that. It is shot stone for Team Shaw.
Broom everywhere, right? But you like that broom? Okay. Normal. It's shots, just make it go away.
So he's just going to try to make the evil stone go away and still sit two. So the force is in order now. You really want to try to sit right there because if you were to roll off from here, there's a double available for three, actually.
Dead nose or a tiny left roll would be ideal.
And this one is in danger of flashing. They got to hurry. Got to hang on. Can he get a little sliver? Yes, he can. Big brush by the front end. It rolls all the way over the other side. And, I think he did leave. Is the triple there? Well.
Oh. Wow. Let's see. You get two that way. You get 1, 2.
Okay, so you need to speak.
It's there.
Okay, so basically what you're looking at is.
So I got you. So if you hit the one in the back four on the right side.
Right, that's at Magneto's feet.
You'll kick the one over on the right out.
The one that's.
With the shooter.
Right.
And your first rock that you hit should double out the back. I mean, it's there. Everything has to go just right.
Let's see if he's even thinking it.
Looks like they're set up for it.
John Shaw, final stone of the fifth end. This is not triple weight, so we're just looking for the hit and stick. Looking to hold it straight. Looks pretty good for that. On the one, no problem. That'll be a score of 1 for yellow. Shaw cuts into that deficit. It's now 3-2. Binish will have the hammer in end number 6 when we return. Okay, we're back here. It's end number 6 from 500 Worlds here. Quarterfinal action to the Pittsburgh Curling Club between Team Binish and Team Shaw. Take a look around the rings right now. Over on sheet A, Team Rose holds a 6-1 lead over Team Pinul. Team Myers on sheet C, winning by a battle of paper cuts, taking 2 and 3 consecutive steals of 1 to have a 5-0 lead over Team Doyen. And it was a big old 5 spot in the 4th end for Team Blyven to give them a 9-4 advantage in that contest. Back here in our feature, that one is just a bit hot and outside and through the house. So now, Jennifer Faria next up to throw her stone. Jen grew up internationally, Carson. Lived in Brazil, Malaysia, Oman, and the UAE.
Wow.
And we'd like to say hi to everyone at the Lakefield Curling Club. Hello, Lakefield Curling Club.
The only next reasonable question would be, were you a military family?
That's quite possible. Or with those particular countries, possibly in the petrochemical business.
Seems reasonable. Seems reasonable.
If anybody in the chat knows if I have a bingo there, please let us know. I'll hold my card.
I'd probably place my wager on you before myself on that one.
So the 2 center guards are up. This one makes its way into the rings and settles down behind. Let's see what John has on his mind. He wants to draw under.
We got a bingo in the chat.
I have a bingo. All right. Petrochemical.
Chemicals. Look at you, Dave.
Man.
You're a sleuth. That's a great call.
I should be on $100,000 pyramid.
It's a great call. Boy, if that does not tick, it's a beaut.
Needs to find a little bit of breaks. It
Just
does
sit,
come
just
right
sit.
back to the back foot of Magneto, his back left foot from his perspective. Now the double peel is upcoming. So, can Kevin Gritty Schultz make this? Line looks pretty good for the double peel. Get the one, and you get the second one over the top. There's one. Oh, just almost had it.
Just missed.
Just a sliver needed to curl up to make that big shot. Now Shaw is going to call for the top 12 biter. That is not a tob.
Sure it is. Boy, that looks like it's diving. Really crashing in on that high guard.
Oh, it's got plenty of line. It's there. It's just question is whether it's there for weight. I think they got it by. I think you were right, Carson. So mark the date and time, 8:24 p.m. on the 11th of January. I agreed with you.
Blind squirrel. Happens every now and then.
Broken clock twice a day.
That's right. Blue moon.
So the second from Schultz. Looking to open this up again. So take 2.
Looks like it got one.
And you get the other one on the way
maybe
by.
The back
Oh.
one.
That is some unexpected bacon, and that's the best kind of bacon.
Oh, it really is.
Absolutely, because you go, you bite into a sandwich, you go, ooh, was that bacon? That was
Bacon.
unexpected bacon.
Bacon's always great, but when you didn't even know it was there,
Unexpected bacon is truly the best bacon.
found bacon.
Found bacon indeed. So now, using that found guard is going to ask Brian Anderson to draw underneath. This one looks just a touch heavy out of the hand of Anderson.
Space weight. That's your favorite kind of weight. David loves when I use the
Not a big fan of the term space weight.
the
what can I say?
newfangled vernacular.
All right, trying to open these up again. Looking to have a wide open house. Playing this one by the book. 1, 2, 3, clear them out. He's Mr. Clean.
Nicely done.
Big shot by Zingshine. So John Shaw looking to make the shot here. He was told he wants to throw this takeout here. He was told by the chief ice maker at the Lakefield Curling Club that he should learn how to call a good strategy because his sweeping was, quote, useless.
Oh, wow. I'm sure that's not true. Little outside, not.
It will hit and spill. We have an open house again.
Reset.
And speaking of open houses, it's possible that Jeanette Wood has some coming up soon. She is in fact a realtor. Make sure you.
It should be noted that Dave has nothing against
I have nothing against anybody.
Miss Wood and her last name. He's just from Philadelphia.
Yeah. So I apologize. I usually insulate myself from my Philly accent a little bit, and I'm not doing a good job of that this evening.
Ask him to say water.
Water?
Now we know the problem.
Determining where this one is actually in the back. It's way back in the coffin corner there, so let's see if we can hear some of this wonderful strategy out of John Shaw.
Or just maybe a little bit more than that, just to be safe.
Brad Anderson also agrees on John's sweeping being useless. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor? John's catching a lot of strays
I mean,
here.
he's out there
do they have
sweating
strays in
right
Canada?
now.
There's a question for my Canadian viewers here. Is catching a stray in the vernacular? 'Cause
Yeah, because that's exactly what my man John is doing
John
right now.
is catching strays all day here.
Boy, that's got to slow down, too.
Well, I guess somebody's got to take the bullet. It's going to settle
Silky
in.
smooth.
There you go.
There we
Never
go.
mind. I should have never doubted him. He had it the whole time.
Normal.
I see the blank end coming up here, so that's exactly the response I expected, John. Sorry, Brad.
We have fewer.
Austin Binish looking to throw the hit here. Got to hustle hard. If this cuts, they're going to lose it.
They got a piece. They got a piece.
Big lean by Zingshine, and he polishes it home.
And gets rid of the tripping hazard in the back
And
for
it
everybody's
is a
sake.
wide open field. That is as wide open as the Manitoba Prairie.
John, I got you, buddy. You can sweep.
My friend from
I feel like you're crushing rocks out
Yep.
here today. Let's go.
My friend Wade from Manitoba said one time his dog ran away, and he watched him run away for a week.
He'll be here all weekend through Sunday, folks, at the Pittsburgh Curling Club. $5 cover.
You can send those donations to the Pittsburgh Curling Club. We'd be happy to accept them. He draws this one in, and Austin Binish be the final stone of end number 6. Looking for the blank. And the blank is in the books. Score remains 3-2. Binish will keep that hammer into end number 7 when we come back from Pittsburgh. Welcome back. 7th in action of the 5 and Under World Championship, the inaugural event of its kind, being held here at the Pittsburgh Curling Club. We have the center guard up for John Shaw, asking Carl Haynes to bring one in here, or a very cornery corner guard.
Super cornery. Not a whole lot of hiding behind that. But if that's the game you're playing, you can throw your guard next.
Well, it's in the house. So now Shaw's going to ask Jennifer to draw under. Both teams playing this game very, very close to the vest. Not a lot of chances being taken by either skip here. We are, of course, in the single elimination playoffs. That one does roll back a little bit further. So those guards, as you can see, are offset off the center line. And Austin is going to stick with what has been his MO here and just splitting the rings early. I don't mind this strategy one little bit.
Got to make it.
So stolen away from Carl Haynes.
They're brushing it. They're brushing it. Really needs to move if it's going to get past that guard. It does.
It does, but it doesn't have the chutzpah to get there.
Doesn't have the oomph.
It didn't have the wherewithal.
It needed the mustard.
It didn't have the legs. And I won.
I got nothing. I tried.
So now Jeanette Wood is going to try to draw one underneath cover here. And this one's got to go. And that's a little light. Maybe the ice is tightening up just a skosh here in the 7th end.
I said earlier we were throwing everything big. Now everything is light.
Although generally if the ice tightens up all at once, we see it across all the sheets, and doesn't really seem to be the case anywhere else. Austin Binish is asking Kevin Schultz to open up the center. He doesn't want to provide that refuge for his opponent. This is going to move something around. Moves 1-2. Oh, no. And you raise your opponent in, dead buried.
That wasn't ideal.
That was suboptimal. He wants to put another one in. So Jeanette will try to oblige him and do just that. Jeanette Wood with her second. They were on this right out of her hand, trying to pick it up for the weight.
Line's fantastic.
Trying to drag it there. Jennifer and Brian on it. They got the line now. Drive it home. Drive it all the way under cover. And it will be just short of the rings, I do believe. And they lie shot stone only.
Certainly acts as a nice guard to that shot
It's
stone.
a great guard.
So much so that appeal may be in order.
A lot of people are saying that's one of the best guards.
Appeal is indeed in order.
So Kevin Schultz, the Prince of the Peel. He's going to get 1 and 2.
Does that one
Jam on
spill
his
back
own.
in?
2 jams in a row on Peel attempts by Kevin Schultz. And it is Team Shaw sitting 1 and 2. And he wants the center guard. Brian Anderson on the way with that guard.
Brushers are crushing it from the moment out of his hand. Full sheet sweep. Now we got 3 brushers involved. No, 2 takes over.
Well, we needed John with his fantastic sweeping.
All
which
of that
did not
means
get it there.
that it was very light. That's what all of that means.
Maybe that ice maker was right.
What's that? The ice is coming down a little bit?
No, that John's sweeping is useless. That's what his ice maker said.
Had nothing to do with sweeping. John's sweeping.
Was
I'd call it superb.
Superb. There you go. So we have Zingsheim. A very flat double attempt. It's on the way, trying to hold the line. Gonna be really close on the one. Do you get the other one? Move it
Yeah.
on over. Yes, you do. Goodbye, so long. Auf Wiedersehen.
Very well done.
And just like that, we are working our way back to yet another blank end, possibly. Brian Anderson. On this one hard, it is curling. They gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Coming on the way down, and you are indeed going to make that takeout. Nice shot. It goes away, and they lie the one. Very close for second. I'm still going to go on the idea that that one is not in the rings.
Yeah, I'm guessing it is just out. Kind of tell by the angle on the overhead that I would guess there's a little space there.
So here's Zingsheim.
Trying to push it over.
Yeah, Carl is trying to help it creep over. They are going to clear it. It will make it out of the rings. Open house again. And now it will be up to Shaw.
I think we got to go back forward to
He's
get
gonna
buried.
have to draw.
We got to be buried, right? He's just going to punch it out if we're not. Oh, they're right about here?
Concise. You got to be buried. Here's the broom.
That's about right.
Fair enough.
Most Canadians are relatively to the point, politely to the point.
No problem. You got to be buried.
Put it right there, eh?
Easy peasy.
Let's make it, buddy. John Shaw. His first and number 7. They're just heavy clean right now. Now they're on it a little bit more for weight.
Plenty of room.
I don't think it's ever going to get under cover. Better to stay open.
Now trying to push it under, even if it's didn't quite get buried at all.
It is right on the button. You are going to give Binish an opportunity to pop and micro flop under and try to get a skipper's deuce that way. Or you could try to play the big roll underneath the corner. That's decidedly more difficult.
Look at that broom.
I don't think so.
Gonna throw a rocket.
That is a very tight broom.
It could.
Turn on the skips mic.
I don't know. I think make sure we get one going away, make a shot, and
Seems like they brought up the opportunity, the question of the hit and roll. He wants to preserve the control of the game and maybe bring the hammer home.
And I think his thought here was the guard out front going.
Gets the hit, stays right there. Now John Shaw, he's going to take a look at that, and he's going to say, I'm going to try to hit and roll under cover and put the force on, because he desperately wants to have the hammer back for 8. I see him looking at the scoreboard there.
Is this it? I guess you make it go away and try to get under. It's fine.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we have to steal an 8.
Yeah.
The force. Yeah. Maybe just like a. I want to keep the same because I don't want to try to guess the ice. Do a board and just try to. Yeah.
So we heard the thought process there. Very, very efficient. And
Conservative, perhaps?
well, you know, he wants to get under. He wants to get under there. He is playing for the Force.
Let's do a timeout. We did a timeout.
And timeout has been called. They have 7 minutes and 14 seconds left.
I'm wondering if this is a good chance to go for a steal. Because if I just keep him around. Like, if I can, if I guess he's put a little bit too far in front, eh? If he was behind T-line, it would be different.
Yeah. We have to make sure that's out.
Yeah, no, I was kind of thinking, like, what if I just come corner freeze, he bumps here, that's a pretty precise shot. So maybe just try what we originally planned and live to fight another day.
Undercover green and not.
I think so, yeah.
I just want to make sure we don't hit them too.
Okay, yeah, okay. All right, yeah, Forrest, we'll just junk it up again, okay. Oh, it's only a blank, probably likely. Okay.
So you see there, Carson, they not only set out their strategy for this end and also going forward. Looking to make that hit and flop, and if they put the force on, that's great. If they get the steal, try to junk it up. So ultimately, he said he's trying to score more points than the other team.
Usually, that is the team that wins the match. Looks like plenty of room, but coming back nicely for nose, just outside of nose.
They get that hit and stick, and we're going to have another blank attempt on the way. Now, this is interesting because it gives us an opportunity to talk about the rule change that's going to be in place for the next Grand Slam. Actually, I think the one that's going on right now.
I don't know of said rule change.
Oh, no. The next Grand Slam will be if they blank. If you blank 2 consecutive ends, you'll lose the hammer. So essentially, you're forced.
Interesting.
So I think you'll see people pushing people towards a blank as a defensive play, the top level teams,
Yeah, people have just gotten
to get the hammer back.
people have gotten too good at curling and too technical in their approach, and now we got to change some rules to.
Well, don't worry, buddy. We don't have that problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just I don't got to worry about too many blanks.
We're just a couple of club curlers having good times and not able to worry about that blank either is Austin Binish, because it does hang on. It'll be a single point. Shaw will have the hammer in the 8th end when we come back. Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Curling Club. It's 8th end action here in the quarterfinals, and flipping to the all sheets view there so you can see around the rings. Over on sheet A was Team Blyven completing the victory over Team Johnson by a good margin. It's been a big comeback right now for our friends from out north, Team Doyen. They were facing a 5-point deficit, then put up a 4-spot and a steal of 2 to have a 6-5 lead played in end number 7. So that's a very exciting game over there. And over on sheet D, we have Team Rose holding a 7-3 advantage over Team Pinot from Quebec. And back here in our game, it is Team Binish holding a 2-stone lead over Team Shaw. Shaw has the hammer. See the first stone biting the rings. Second stone on the way from Carl Haynes. And we're happy to have you with us here and joining us all weekend long. It's been nice to see everybody showing support to this brand new event. We'll see if it's something that catches on. I certainly hope it does. I'm Dave Schmel, and I'm joined by the tyrant of the tee line, Carson Turner.
So my assessment here is that points have been at a premium. Everyone's playing pretty close to the vest, so I'm interested to see how the last end unfolds. Somebody's going to have to do something crazy to get some points.
Well, we see the corner guard coming up. It's been the first time that Shaw's had the hammer in some time now.
Didn't quite tuck in there, so
it
an
does not.
opportunity
It
to get
is
rid of
wide
it.
open, and yep, it's going to go away. Kevin Schultz going to dispatch that rock with prejudice.
The most trusted voice in curling, Dave Schmel, on the mic.
Thank you, Dusty, and thank you, Carson. You flatter me.
The silky smooth sounds of Dave all weekend from the Pittsburgh Curling Club.
The dulcet tones.
I'm not as quick with the nicknames as you, or else I'd give you one right now.
It is currently 26 degrees Fahrenheit in Stowe Township. That's -3 centigrade for our neighbors to the north.
Millimeters of curl. Centimeters even.
This needs to come a good foot over. It's going to be second shot, but it's still wide open.
Leave it to Carson to hit buttons. Just want to get a better look at if that yellow was buried.
It is not. Here it comes on the way. Past the oh no, it's not past the high guard. It wrecks.
And now there's not so much a wall out front as a line and an opportunity for yellow to cover up this rock.
I think you need to throw the guard first.
Yep. Gotta cover it up. I guess the other thing you could do is try to come around it all on the red side. But they would just follow you in, I guess, if that was the case. So we try to throw a guard up. A guard it is. In a pretty good spot.
That guard is in a good spot for sure.
so much so that they don't like it. Trying to determine which way to come at it. Really going to factor in almost no curl at all on this shot. So I expect a laser. It is. Big weight. Little wide, perhaps.
They're gonna just get that guard. Now, there's still no choice for Shaw.
Gotta put it back.
Absolutely. So Brian Anderson looking to put that guard back up.
Got a curl. Curl, Jeanette.
Jeanette's gonna try to walk it over.
Whoa, easy, easy. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It comes on down. Does it cover it up at all? It's not the easiest rock to get to, but it is gettable. You can see 100% of it.
Yeah, so that's basically a doubles guard for your power play. But it maybe a little inside of that allows you to get at it from the outside.
Still got staggered guards, right? So we still got staggered guards.
Right.
Yeah, this is again tough shot, but
I'm surprised I didn't curl more.
no, I know, because Jeanette's, you were on the exact same line as Jeanette, and it just didn't finish. So, we've been fooled a couple times with the ice, but that's okay. Didn't need a miss here, but somewhere, or a half, even a half miss.
Yeah, it'd be nice for them to miss at least once.
Well, enjoy it.
Huh?
Enjoy it. Do you have any people from Lakefield are watching right now?
It's not true. No, shouldn't say
There probably are people from
And how many
Lakeview.
times your dad's like, oh, what's he calling?
I hope he's watching.
We're just going to leave John's mic hot for a little bit. See how many other Easter eggs he drops in there. Now they're going to have Austin. Austin wants this guard to go away. He realizes that's a little bit more in the danger zone.
Once again, playing almost no curl on this rock.
Kevin.
Kevin's going to try to walk it over. He's going to get
It's fine.
it. Clear everything. And there are lots watching from the Lakefield Curling Club.
Put it back.
All right. John is making the correct call and just say put it back. He's clearly playing for the tie here, but if he gets one miss, he can think about the win.
You got room.
He's still going to have
Got
some
a
work
call.
to do to get rid of the shot rock. That's not a gimme.
This looks
Curl.
light. No, it's okay.
All curl all day. You got to go, Jennifer.
Hard. Hard,
Gotta
Jen.
sweep,
Hard, Jen.
Jennifer.
Hard, Jen. Yep.
Line is everything
Come on,
here.
Jen. Get it
Jen.
over there. Move it over. Walk it over. Yes, she did.
It's in a good spot.
Good sweeping by Jennifer. Now, here's an interesting thing. She asked me if I had the pronunciation of her name right, so I said Faria. And she said, no, Farias, to which I immediately went Faria.
Is that a reference I should know?
West Side Story.
Oh man,
No, you don't.
I'm uncultured.
Oh, dear Lord, yes, you are.
I am. I'm just a Pittsburgh guy.
You're just a Yinzer.
I'm just a Yinzer from the steel mills of Pittsburgh. I don't know your fancy culture.
but you could probably tell me what ride I should go to at first at Kennedy.
That I could. What kind of pierogies to eat?
Eight. The other thought I had, like, do we just try to make the
Correct answer is
draw?
all the pierogi.
But like, if we clip this, it gets a little gnarly. Because otherwise we peel this, and we've got, like, the hit and roll, depending on where he puts his, right? Or we're drawing down onto him, right? I think it's the same thing as the peel. Like, the peel would try to get the double, right? Then he's got his 2 draw to outdraw 8 foot, and I have a draw to follow him.
Yeah. The only other option, in my opinion, is just can't do it.
That was another thought I
Here's the
had.
2 different calls there. He's thinking about whether he comes in or
Yeah, I
play
mean,
that little promote there, that tippity
I don't.
tap,
You gotta make him hit
or
and stick
peel the
around.
guard.
He gets the hit and roll on the first, right? And then, yeah.
I think it's still this, though.
Okay. You think
Makes a really good
normal
game.
here? Like normal there? Because we're really trying to get
Good insight into
right
the thinking
here,
there.
right? Thinner's fine.
You hear them thinking about that, and coming back to the peel, I have to say I agree with that, because if you don't peel the guard right now, if I'm John Shaw, my next rock is probably to draw another one under, and then I can address this shot rock and not worry about sticking around.
Yeah, so a good way to kind of look at that is, what would your opponent do if you didn't throw a rock?
That's always the best way to look at it.
And they would absolutely go under that guard, so if that's the call, get rid of that guard.
And on the guard, are they going to get the one in the back in the way by? Oh, they hit it and stuff it. That's interesting. That is still clearly second shot now. Is it buried underneath of that guard?
So
Take a look at the long view here. And while it's not completely under, it's not the easiest get to address that rock right now. So let's hear what John
Draw
said.
back here, but that really cuts down my scoring area because that provides backing. That's still the punch out, right?
I think if you get to here,
I think we got to deal with that one because even if I came here and he throws a guard, I might not even have a shot at that, right?
Yeah.
So I think we got to make the shot now.
Now,
Let me see here.
I see he's addressing that stone, that shot right now. I don't agree that
Yeah.
that's the only shot, Carson.
I'm trying to think of the least amount, like,
Because if he
Back
were to
line?
throw a draw under cover right now, if
what
his
do you like,
opponent
ice?
guarded that draw, sorry, that
obviously,
hit
the closer
that
you
he's
get to
attempting
the
now,
guard.
he would have
Do you
a
like that
tap
back
up on
line?
his own around the outside of the other guard to score his second point.
yes, I'm deep in thought.
I guess even when I wreck, I at least loosen stuff up, right? I'm still thinking about the
The
shot.
thing
so.
is, though, okay,
I know, is
okay.
that
So
good
let's
ace?
say
I don't know. Yeah, but not a lot of back line though. And it
let's
tends to
say-
stay straight to the end,
let's
right?
say it's Shaw's intent.
Maybe just a fraction more. Yeah.
If it's Shaw's intent to eventually come under that, park it beside his yellow that's already in there.
So the call is to pick out this shot stone.
But if that's eventually your strategy, I don't know why not do it now. He said, well, I think I have to go for this tough one now because they could throw a guard and block it all up, but tough call.
Here we go. Well, either way, we know it's a big shot here for John Shaw with his first in number 8.
Arginette. Hard!
At least at a little in.
It's going to be really close to the line. Hard, Jeanette. Got to get there. Got to get past it.
Roll the shooter. Roll
And
the shooter.
it's on the guard now. Got to roll the shooter out of the way.
Get that back. Go, 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 go.
Oh boy. Oh boy, that's not good.
That's tough.
I agree. I'm going to cut him off before he makes a different assessment.
It was less than ideal. Less.
Minutes. Confirm you guys are in. We're 1-2. We're 1-2. I don't know how they ever get to this red. The only thing we can do to hurt us is touch this, or put it here. I guess. How does he ever outcount that stone right there? I guess that's the real question we have.
Oh, yeah, I'll count that one, yeah.
Yeah, he's got to outcount both.
So this
Well, and you.
How does he ever get to that stone with a yellow? And get to that one?
This reminds
Is
me
he playing,
of the game I was doing.
like, we'd have to wick off of this full circus.
Is the
I'm kind of with you on the
yellow
throw it away, right?
well,
We
not-
can put it in a bad spot.
not open?
I don't see any.
He's making a very good point right now.
We can leave a triple if we make this draw.
Rock.
Like if we leave it top
There
8.
isn't a good place. Throw it away.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the borderline throw it away. Is there anything we can do that makes it?
I don't think that's a bad
Yeah.
call at all.
If I take Lord, I take Lord.
There.
I mean, do we just guard this? Just guard this. I think this is the only circus shot he has.
And I think that's not a bad
Right?
call at all.
I don't. So let's just put it over here. And we can just come. I'll just draw over here.
But
That
if
never wants to have a
Give me.
so the warm room is
That's not
abuzz
button.
with what should happen here,
not a
and
button.
I'm of the ilk that you should come up and just run that yellow out of there, and the game's over.
Like I don't see it.
That's true.
And you guys saying I can only make it worse. I
But
was like, I make the draw, and then I'm like, oh god, if that's top 12, it's a triple all day. Okay. See if we can just kind of get in the way of that yellow. I don't like. He's
Been
just going
playing
to
a hit
redirect off
game.
of it. So
all day long.
So here we go. We heard the call. Austin Binish with his final. On its way down.
Kind of needed to stop.
He's just trying to get in the way of all this stuff over here. Reminds me of the time I was doing a game and I asked my color commentator. So, I said, so Sean, what do you see here? What's the best path to victory? And
I did not have
said,
that
well,
in my-
Dave. He said, well, Dave, you need to find a way to distract the other skip. Go down and change the names on the scoreboard.
That may be the only path to victory here.
Okay, he's trying to line something up.
That's not there.
It's
That's
dreaming the impossible
definitely
dream, I
not
think,
there.
But does anybody see anything? Feel free to chime in.
Still got to
Oh
score
boy,
2.
I think.
What do you think? This is
Feeling like
dangerous.
kinda
I can smell
snookered
the
here.
smoke.
I think you're
I
only.
agree with.
I definitely agree with that, but I
What about a bullet at that one?
But then we
So-
still can't
so-
score 2. A what?
who do we think is
Yeah,
2 right now?
Second shot is the one in the back because
I don't know, man.
it's touching the 8-foot, the white, and as it comes around, the blue line of the
What do you
12-foot extends through Magneto.
Might as well try it.
It's okay.
Catch that super
Magneto has the
thin. Send
line.
it across.
Now, the
Hit that
sponsor
red super thin.
of K&J Magnetics is a curler, so they did
Maybe
make sure that the house
it would
is,
just
while advertising
power
their
it right
fine
here.
business, which you should
I
support.
don't know. Maybe it
The
spins
world's
that way and the
strongest
shooter
magnets.
rolls in. Hey, well, at least we get to see what happens when you just throw a really hard rock. Peel.
He's just going to say, let's see what happens, and if you throw it really, really hard.
I mean, the only thing that I
right,
see
the
that is
microphone might
even
be
a
on. You wanna say hello to
possibility
anybody?
is to come in and try
The
to
microphone
hit
might be on
this
if you wanna say hello to
red in the
anybody.
top 8. With
We were just throwing a peel here.
We're doing
It's,
shout outs.
See what happens. Smashy, smashy for Brad.
There we go.
Smashy, smashy for Grabby. Final stone of the 8th end. John Shaw. He's throwing it hard. He's laying it out there. It's going to come on down. It's going to hit something. It hits, it flies, it takes his own out. But he does score 1 from all that. And that will make the final 4-3.
Good game.
Congratulations
Good
to Team
game.
Austin Vintage.
Good game, guys. Good.
They will
game.
advance
Good fucking tournament, boys.
to
And
the
girls. Good.
semifinals here at the 5 and
Good
Under
training.
Worlds. And a great run for our folks here. Our guests from up north and Team John Shaw from the Lakefield Curling Club. And thanks to everybody up there watching the smashy attempt. Somehow I feel like that's a thing. I'm glad I was a part of it, and we were glad to have you here with us here at the Pittsburgh Curling Club. So until tomorrow, it'll be time for the semifinals of the 5 Under World Championship. So, that's right. I will let them know, 1224 Bobo, that they are very proud of them. So for the captain of the call, Carson Turner, and everybody here at the Pittsburgh Curling Club, I'm Dave Schmelt. Thank you so much for watching. Have a pleasant evening.